It's been a tough week, gentlemen. We've lost more than we ever dreamed, but we will recover. I've got a blank check, and we're going to use every cent of it killing Makarov. Despite what the world may say, we are not savages. We don't kill civilians. We use precision. There's an evil man hiding in these shadows, and we're going to bring him into the light. Once his face is revealed, we will write history, gentlemen. These are the last safe havens left on Earth for Makarov and his men.
Sounds like we gotta be in two places at once.
Impossible?
Not for the 141.
50-50 chance to take out Makarov, eh? Captain Price, request permission to take the safe house with Roach.
Granted. Soap and I will take the boneyard in Afghanistan.
Very well. We will cut off all avenues of escape. This ends now.
Strange. Could have sworn we ended this war yesterday.
Snipers in position.
Strike team go. Engage Makarov on site.
Roger that. Solid copy.
Let's go. Let's go.
We got 2 trucks leaving the target building.
Don't let them trucks get away!
Roger. Firing javelin. Danger close.
Danger close! Get back on the road! Bloody hell, those trucks are bulletproof!
2 away. Moving vehicles have been neutralized. Be advised, we have not, I repeat, we have not spotted Makarov, and no one else has left the house. Those trucks may have been decoys. Over.
Roger that. We're advancing on the house now. Clear the perimeter! Clear the safe house. Go, go!
Target at your 2 o'clock. Target neutralized. Get eyes on. Ozone, make sure no one leaves with the kitchen. Roger that. Scarecrow, give me a sit rep. No one's leaving to the front of the basement. Office clear! Let's go, let's go! Dining room clear! Top floor clear! Roger that, top floor clear! Roach, go with Scarecrow and check the basement for enemy activity. Breach and clear, go! I'm moving. Frag out! Ozone, contact, 1 o'clock. I can't get a shot. I got you back, Roach.
Basement clear! Copy, basement clear. All clear. Squad, regroup on me.
Scarecrow, photographs.
Roger that.
Shephard, this is Ghost. No sign of Makarov. I repeat, no sign of Makarov. Captain Price, any luck in Afghanistan?
Plenty. At least 50 hide guns here, but no sign of Makarov. Perhaps our intel was off.
Well, the quality of the intel's about to change. This safe house is a bloody gold mine.
Copy that. Ghost, have your team collect everything you can for an operations playbook. Names, contacts, places, everything.
We're already on it, sir. Makarov will have nowhere to run.
That's the idea. I'm bringing up an extraction force ETA 5 minutes. Get that intel. Shephard out.
Roach, get on Makarov's computer and start the transfer. Ozone, you're on rear security. I've got the front. Go.
On my way. Task Force, this is Price. More of Makarov's men just arrived at the boneyard. So cover me. I'm gonna slot that guy over there and use his radio to tap into their comms. Ghost, we're going silent for a few minutes. Good luck up there in Russia. Price out.
Roach, there's an armory in the basement. Better stock up while you can.
Makarov's men are going to do whatever it takes to keep us from leaving with this intel. We need to protect the DSM until the transfer's done. Use the weapons caches and set up your claymores if you've got any left. Defensive positions, let's go.
Ready to engage. They're dropping in more troops west of the house.
They must be by the boathouse. Cover the west approach.
We got 240s and RPGs at the dining room window, plus L-86 machine guns.
Roger that. Use them to cut them down as they come out of the tree line.
RPG team moving in from the southwest. Got it. RPG team moving in from the southwest. Enemy fast attack choppers coming in from the northwest. I'm in position.
Roger that. Enemy helos approaching from the northwest.
We gotta cover the front lawn. I'm moving to the main windows. I need someone to mine and cover the driveway approach.
Roach, use your claymores on the driveway and pull back to the house.
Hostile neutralized. That's a kill. That's one down. RPG team moving in from the east.
Roger that. RPG team moving in from the east.
Sniper team 1 to strike team. Be advised, we've got enemy helos approaching from the northwest and southeast. Got one. Enemy choppers in 15 seconds.
Roger that. 15 seconds.
Hostile neutralized. I'm displacing. You're gonna be without sniper support for 30 seconds. Stand by. RPG team approaching from the west.
Solid copy. RPG team approaching from the west. What the hell was that?
Be advised, you have a large concentration of hostiles moving in from the southeast. They just breached the perimeter. I'll try to thin them out before they get too close. Recommend you switch to scope weapons. Over.
Roger that. Everyone cover the field to the southeast. Move!
Dropped it.
I got eyes on. Here they come. They're in the field to the southeast.
Tango down. Got one.
Roach, the transfer's complete. I'll cover the main approach while you get the DSM. Move!
This is Shephard. We're almost at the LZ. What's your status? Over.
We're on our way to the LZ. Roach, let's go!
That's one down.
I've got you, Roach! Hang on! Thunder 2-1! I've got red smoke in the tree line! Stand by to engage on my mark!
Roger that. I have a visual on the red smoke. Standing by.
Thunder 2-1!
Roger that. Clear on.
That's one less loose end.